About religion, narration script. What happens when God dies? What happens when the sky is empty and no voice answers back? Didn't whisper this question. He screamed it. God is dead. God remains dead. And we have killed him. What did Nietzsche mean by God is dead? First, Nietzsche wasn't talking about a literal God falling from the sky. He meant that the idea of God as the source of truth, morality, meaning was no longer believable for modern man. Science, secularism, and reason had slowly eaten away at the foundation of traditional religion. And yet, society still clung to religious values, without the faith that once gave them power. Nietzsche called this a catastrophe, not because he wanted religion to survive, but because without God, we face a terrifying freedom, a world with no inherent meaning, no cosmic justice, no divine plan. Christianity and the slave morality. Nietzsche's main critique was not against belief in general, it was against Christianity in particular. He believed Christianity promoted what he called slave morality. It elevated weakness, humility, guilt, and self-denial. It called pride a sin, suffering a virtue, and power a danger. For Nietzsche, this morality came from the oppressed, those who could not win with strength, so they declared strength evil. They turned their own powerlessness into a virtue and called it good. Master morality versus slave morality. Nietzsche contrasted slave morality with master morality. Master morality values power, excellence, self-affirmation. Slave morality values obedience, meekness, self-sacrifice. He believed Christianity flipped the natural order, rewarding the weak and demonizing the strong. The Christian resolution to find the world ugly and bad has made the world ugly and bad. Nietzsche didn't want people to suffer. He wanted people to become strong through their suffering, not to glorify it as a path to heaven. Religion as control. To Nietzsche, religion wasn't just a belief system. It was a mechanism of control. It told people what to think, what to fear, what to hope for, and who to obey. The church became an institution of moral authority, but one that repressed life, desire, and individuality. It promised salvation, but demanded surrender. Nihilism, the void after God. Nietzsche feared what would happen after religion collapsed. He called it nihilism, the belief that life has no meaning, no value, no purpose, and he saw it coming like a shadow over Europe. When people stop believing in God, they don't just become free, they become lost. They might fall into despair, into addiction, into blind ideology. Or worse, they might seek new gods, nationalism, ideology, consumerism. Nietzsche's solution? Not to go backward, but to go forward. Beyond religion, toward the Übermensch. Nietzsche's vision was not of a godless world, but a world where we become the creators of new values. Enter the Übermensch, the overman. He does not worship, he creates. He does not ask, what is God's will? He asks, what is my will? This is terrifying, but it is also liberating. To live without religion, Nietzsche believed, is not to live without meaning, but to take full responsibility for inventing it. Man is something that shall be overcome. Final thought. Nietzsche didn't just attack religion, he revealed its collapse and challenged us to rise from the rubble. He didn't say, God is dead and leave. He asked, now what? In a world without divine order, without eternal punishment, without paradise, will you crumble or will you create? Nietzsche's answer was not comfort. It was challenge. A call to those brave enough to walk forward without a crutch, to face the abyss and build something beautiful on the edge.